Welcome to Concens. Today I will talk about our C3 control system. It's a very small and compact control box, and it fits very nicely into our concept design. It's a battery operated control box, and the battery is sitting here, and it's simply taken out by turning the battery 90 degrees, because the battery is held by magnets. We have installed very strong magnets at the end of the battery and the control box, so even if you have very weak hands, you can just turn it 90 degrees and it will act like a spring. The control box is available in 3 different versions. One is a wireless version, where the handset has no coil cable. We have a wired version where you use a handset with the coil cable, and it's installed in a connector on the back side of the control box. And the third version is a very simple control box where you have one connector for a handset and one connector for one actuator. So it's a one actuator control box, but with the same fantastic battery system. And the last box here on the table is the charger, because of course the batteries need to be charged, and the charger looks like the control boxes, and you simply push in the battery and you see the green light start flashing. That indicates that now it's charging the battery, and when the charging is completed, the green light will come on continuously. You can just leave the battery in for as long as you want. It's in fact good for the battery, because it's just maintaining the load on the battery. If I take a control box like this and I want to use it together with a number of actuators, here we have 4 outputs, and you can have them with 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 outputs depending on how many actuators you have. If you want to say, okay, in number 3 and number 4 I want to have 2 actuators and they shall be synchronized, then you start with taking your computer where you have installed the parameter program, and there's a USB cable who have a connector that fits right into output number 1. Then you simply put in your battery, and the software will indicate that now we are connected to one control box, and you have set the parameters here that output number 3 and 4 are synchronized. So number 3 is a master and number 4 is a slave. And then you go down to the download button, just press here, and then so now all the parameters are put into the control box. How to install the software on your computer and how to set the parameters and work with the parameters for the 4 outputs is described in other videos. Now we have the program installed here, and we take the 2 actuators that needs to be synchronized, and we install them in connector 3 and 4. The first thing we have to do, we need to calibrate. So the control box knows exactly where are the actuators now, so we know they can be synchronized. When the actuators come to the very end, you don't want them to rotate, so that's why you put in some things to stop them from rotating. And you take the handset, and I have put it into the parameters on the computer that it is these 2 buttons that is used for running these 2 actuators. And you can see I need a battery. So when you press one button, it's going out, and another one it's going in, but the control box doesn't know where they are. it just knows that they should follow each other. So to calibrate, you just press the two buttons we're talking about here, and you hold them for 15 seconds. And after 15 seconds, the control box will confirm to you that now it's in calibration mode. So in a short while you will hear sound. It's coming on now. And then it's in calibration mode. When you press the out button, nothing happens, because it wants to go all the way in to find the 0 point. So I press in, and now it has hit the end of the stroke. And now I can use the out button again. And now it knows exactly where the actuators are. And in the parameters I have put that I don't want the actuators to go all the way to 0. I want them to stop 1 millimeter before the end. So they will stop 1 millimeter before the end. And I've done the same in the other end of the stroke. So this is how easy it is to work with calibration on these control boxes. And of course the two other outputs here can also be synchronized, or they can be individual for different reasons, or depending on the application. The handsets are also available in different versions. You can have them with a flat backside. You can have them as here with a hook, or you can have them with a double hook. So you can hold the handset with your finger, you can press the buttons, and at the same time you have both hands available for helping other people. We also have a wall mount, so with the help of the magnets who are in the handset, you can simply hang it on the wall. And the hole can be used to put a string in, so you can hang it around your neck also. When we're working with wireless handsets, of course you need to find out that this handset is working with this control box. And in our case, this is very easily done, because this marking on the control box is where you just hold the handset close to. You press one of the buttons on the control bar on the handset, and then after a few seconds they like each other. So that means that now you can control this control box with this handset. And if you want them not to be working together again, you simply press one of the buttons for 15 seconds, and then they don't work together again. So that's easy, how easy it is to work with these handsets. We have a small device here that is, if you're working, you don't want to work with the batteries, you can work with the fixed power supply, and it can give, it's very common to use that in the production, or you can use it where you don't want to have batteries but you want a fixed power supply. So all in all, a very compact control box, a very nice patented battery system, and you can design your remote handset as you want, with your own pictograms, with your logo or your colors, so it will fit nicely into your product. Good luck with your C3 system.